Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages or the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through the cards that come out in today's reading. So the first card we have is the Ace of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. But we have some air sign energy with this Ace of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini or an Aquarius or even a Libra. And we have the Knight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Temperance. And we have some more Sagittarius energy. You could also be dealing with another Sagittarius. So with this Temperance card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of kind of being able to really take things at a very steady pace. It feels like not rushing it, but does feel like things kind of flowing at a comfortable pace when it comes to the forward movements of a situation. I also get that with this Temperance card showing up over here. Along with that sense of moderation, there's also a sense of being able to experience a sense of calm in the situation. I do feel like with this Ace of Swords showing up over here, that there is communication. I do feel like with this Ace of Swords showing up over here, it does feel like being able to have a conversation with someone that's quite significant, but it does feel like this person offering you communication. I do feel like with the Ace of Swords, this does also feel like clarity being brought into the situation through being able to have a conversation over something. So it could be a long overdue conversation that is being offered or that is being had. But I do feel like with this Knight of Pentacles showing up over here, this energy feels like someone kind of almost kind of like procrastinating or putting off being able to do something. But I do feel like it is as a result of kind of overthinking the situation and kind of holding themselves back based upon their own preconceived notions or even things they are telling themselves. So I do feel like with the Knight of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, this energy does feel like a little bit of a delay within this connection, but it feels like it's happening as a result of someone kind of overthinking things or being very much in their head. Do get that with this Knight of Cups though. This does feel like when it comes to the person you are dealing with, emotionally, this person does feel a lot for you. I do feel like with the Knight of Cups showing up over here, this energy feels even romantic. So it does feel like a lot of emotions that this person has in this connection being romantic kind of feelings. But I do get that with this Knight of Cups showing up over here. This person has soft spot for you. This person feels it's like there's a lot of sincere emotions that they have about you in this connection. With this Knight of Cups showing up over here, I do feel like this is an expressive energy. So it does feel like them actually being quite expressive as far as where they're at emotionally in this connection. But with this Ace of, with this Knight of Cups, this does feel like an energy of someone coming towards you. And I do feel like kind of expressing themselves. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We've got the King of Pentacles. And we have the Lovers card. With the Lovers, we have some more Gemini energy. Could be dealing with a Gemini. And we also have the Four of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon in the reverse. And he has some Pisces energy with this. So you could also be dealing with a Pisces. So with the Moon card showing up in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to have, it does feel like being able to have a lot more clarity being brought into the situation. I do feel like there could be a conversation or even somebody kind of communicating something that's bringing about a revelation of things and where things are at. So it's being able to have more clarity in the situation. With the Moon in the reverse, this can be a secret that's kind of coming out, but it does feel like it's putting your mind at ease about something. So I do feel like with the Moon in the reverse, it does feel like also being able to overcome some anxieties within this connection. You do get that with this moon card showing up in the reverse. This also feels like an energy of someone being quite brave as well. So it feels like someone kind of being forthcoming in this connection, and it does feel like them not holding back and kind of being forthcoming as far as being able to express something or be truthful about something. And kind of with this moon in the reverse, this does feel like an energy of being able to overcome a fear. Do you get that with this King of Pentacles showing up over here? This does feel like an energy of person you are dealing with. I do feel like this person is someone who, they may be someone who has a lot going for themselves, or they may be someone who's quite busy with also career, and I do feel like them doing quite well career wise as well. With this King of Pentacles showing up over here, it feels like an energy of someone who's in a space where they're doing very well for themselves, but it's like they want to be able to share that with someone. So I do feel like there's this sense of seeking someone they can share a lot of their lives with. With this King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of also being able to be stable. So I do feel like this does feel like someone who is quite stable, someone who has themselves together. And I do feel like them also being someone who's quite loyal, even when it comes to this connection and the way in which they feel about you. With the Lovers card showing up over here, there is a strong connection over here. Do you feel like with the Lovers, it feels like also being able to have a connection that is mutual as far as the feelings. I do get that this also feels like being able to recognize this person as your person, and this person also seeing you as their person. With the Lovers card showing up over here, it feels like a strong connection. It does also feel like being able to have a passionate connection as well. And with the Four of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a strong foundation within the connection. I feel like with the Four of Wands showing up over here, this does also feel like an energy of being able to have a sense of security within this connection and where things are. And so when it comes to where you stand with this person, with this Four of Wands showing up over here, this does feel like a relationship. So it does feel like being able to have an official, kind of being able to make things official within this connection in a way that is allowing for there to be no ambiguity. So I'm going to clarify these cards. So we have forgiving and learning. And we have the honeymoon card. And we have heart-to-heart conversations. So with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of being able to have a very transparent energy to the conversations in this connection. Do you feel like with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, this also feels like a sense of being in a space where someone may be offering an apology, or someone may be letting something go that is no longer serving them, or that may feel like it's holding them back within this connection. I do feel like with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, it does feel like an energy of releasing the past and also healing as a byproduct of that. I do feel like with this forgiving and learning card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of a lot of work being done, contributing to showing up better in the presence within this connection. But with this honeymoon card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to enjoy where things are at within this connection. I get this pertaining to this Lovers card. Does feel like an energy of being able to have a sense of enjoyment in your connection. And I do feel like so this sense of chemistry and even butterflies within this connection being present. Do you feel like with the honeymoon card showing up over here, it also feels like an energy of being able to actually have quality time in this connection, or even a trip on the horizon. And do you feel like with this Knight of Cups showing up over here, this energy feels sweet? It feels like someone kind of offering you something. So I do feel like this could also be pertaining to this honeymoon card. And with this honeymoon card, this does feel like an energy of being able to be in this atmosphere of being able to actually really enjoy this connection and where things are at. So I do feel like it's a romantic energy, but it also feels very enjoyable and playful. With this heart-to-heart conversations card showing up over here, this does feel like communication coming in. I do feel like this is pertaining to this Ace of Swords. It feels like meaningful communication, and it does feel like being able to actually find connection within conversations that you have with this person. I do feel like there's a lot of chemistry here. I do feel like there is a lot of mental or intellectual connection, stimulation, but also emotionally, there's also a strong connection here. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.